Hello YouTube, Infinite Magicraid community, Gandalf here. We are going to cover today Demon Conquest, Fiery Abyss. And in Fiery Abyss, I would say this is probably the least mechanically intensive round of bosses we've gotten. I don't remember this very much, having much struggle with this one, because for most of the fights we can just completely auto through. So let's start out with the very first boss. And I'm just going to set up my team here a little, trying to use more free-to-play friendly, I think. Okay, I don't know if you consider Agatha free-to-play friendly, because I know a lot of people want to see Agatha because she recently got buffed. So I'm just going to leave it in there. And I'll pick maybe one more direct damage hero that will potentially help or boost direct damage dealing heroes. Here, let's put in let's put in Milosh for kicks. All right. So for the very first boss, literally there is no mechanic to it. You can it's just basically a very quick DPS check, right? He does some burn damage to you. He steals one layer of buff from me. He's supposed to gain a self-speed attack buff up, but I quickly got removed that with Milosh. And that's it, right? And I'm just going to quickly speed up the video. And you can see I quickly dispose of the enemy in 2 turns, and I'm over the 200 damage mark there. All right, on to the second boss. The second boss is also relatively straightforward. The requirement for Mu is simply you need to make sure that you have one hero from every mark. So here you can see I got Agatha, Nordak, Milosh, sorry, accidentally clicked on that. Heck, let's put in Ainz here. Since Ainz is on the rotation this week, we got Santa and Bunny, so we got enough for everybody. So I can quickly auto through that. And that's literally the only mechanic. I remember Fiery Abyss go through it so quickly for the most part. Like, there isn't funny business where like, oh, you have to target specific heroes one at a time to get rid of the debuff. Like, it's not like the current one, right? Like the current 4th one that we have right now. So the next guide, I promise you, it will be really, really long, because the bosses are so long in their explanation that it's like reading an essay for majority of them. Okay, so there we go. We easily obliterated the boss. We're moving on to the next one. With Gunner, again, very mechanically simple. Dot damage was received to 1 point, which, this team will still work because all we need to do is direct damage. So on to the boss, autoing through very quickly with a team like this. Fiery Abyss, like, I'm glad they made this rotation a lot easier, because honestly, I think a lot of people were sick of it, but I think they also made this one too easy. That's why maybe the 4th one we saw was really annoying again. All right, there you go. Direct damage team, bruiser team. All right, let's move on to the next one. Now we're on to Letty. What does Letty require us to do? Okay, so now it's gonna be a little bit different. Okay, so every time he gains a lava mark permanently. Now, when he's under Burning Sky, to remove it, you have to bring a hero to inflict freeze. All right. That is you just need to basically bring freeze. So here I'm just gonna bring Santa. I'm gonna bring somebody else who has freeze. Like, I'm gonna put in Jingle Bell, because Jingle Bell has freeze on a lot of her abilities. You could, in theory, do this without, but let's bring a hero with freeze. Another hero with freezing here. Let's just try Nazil, because I think Nazil freezes a lot. Jingle Bell will be a little bit overkill. I think I can do it with just a setup like this. Just with 5 hero, all direct damage dealing. Let's see how well we do here. And the point here is to remove that that sky mark, right? Here you can see, but every time he's still increasing his basic attack. But but I'm removing his special buff all the time. And you can see, you know, constantly being able to apply the freeze to him. Still, this direct damage team works, and I think within the turn limit, I have gotten the damage required for Letty, which was 700, and did 800 there. I'm sure you have like stronger heroes than mine. I'm just trying to do as much of this free to play as possible. All right, slowing down the video again here. Battle test. Okay. 4 servants. Turn meter reduction. Okay, so with these servants, they will enter burn injury and after launching basic attack proactively. So you want to use a hero that basically have basic attack, right? Burn injury status. Okay. So we just need to remember to do a basic attack afterwards. But again, this is something like you can literally auto, right? You want to pick heroes that do really solid damage to a single target, and because the statues can be killed. This is a great example of times when you can use Damu and Indra. Damage all mostly come from Indra, so you don't have to worry about the other mechanics much. Okay, so here we're gonna just do this. Well, oh my god, what did I accidentally click on? Okay, I think my it's okay. It's all for intensive purposes, demonstrative purposes. My DMU is not geared, so that's why everything's kind of out of whack. But you can see, you know, with a simple setup like this, I'm already doing 200 mil in like one rotation. In between, if you happen to have the mark on yourself, this is when you do want to use to squeeze in like a basic attack for Indra in between. Here, I'm almost at the required damage, so I think we're pretty much done with the showcase, right? So one rotation, and I'm already at 500. And I think the boss is going to take some HP damage reduction on his turn once it actually reaches the turn meter, I believe. Here. Okay, there we go. So we're at 700. We are done. But yeah, like just using a DMI injury makes total sense on that one, and it will help you easily get through the mechanic there. So Fire Abyss, we're already on to Ifrit. None of these bosses have massive long essays. Like, it's almost like they didn't have time to build these bosses or something. It's so different. Like, when we went through this one, it felt like it was such a breeze. It was not time consuming at all. Okay, each barrier, it will be removed skills under resonance enhancement. So this is now forcing you to have resonance enhancement. And it has to be heroes under resonance. So ideally you go for like a full resonance team. I know that's a little bit difficult for a lot of players, but what we're going to do is maybe try to do this. Let's showcase Nicolith, because Nicolith is under resonance pretty much all the time now, starting at E2. Marie will be cheating, but let's see if we can do this with like Ainz, and she's under at most of the time. Here, let's try something like this and see how well we do. Okay. Again, not optimal, but basically this boss just says, hey, just be in resonance And then you can do damage to remove the different buffs, so you can start doing damage. And you need to do, I think, 700 mil. I don't know if we're making good progress or not. Feels like we're kind of on pace. 270. Okay, it's going to be stretching a little bit. Now, if you have Marie, okay, or Opsora, this is going to be like a joke, okay? But for intensive purposes, I'm doing this for science, doing this for a guide. This is not the type of team you want to make. But basically, you can see with just a random mix of resonance heroes, you can dispose the boss. I think I'm at the damage limit already, right? 700 mil is what we need. I think we're there. All right, just barely enough with this hodgepodge of heroes. Oh, never mind, I needed 800. So there you go. Maybe you needed something with a little bit more DPS umph to it. Maybe Rainai would do it. Rainai is in resonance status a lot of the time as well. If you're, maybe you can try something with Sotra, but most of you probably don't have Sotra E4 yet. Like you can do, and by the way, you don't need that many, you don't need that much in it. You can try something like this if you want. Maybe that will get you there. Let's get on to the last boss. And I think, you know, this is the first time we do not have SA long on any of the bosses. Wow. Reduce damage. This will be after taking basic attack and skill against resonance status. Absorb all the enemy burn, then deal with it. So you do want to get rid of all the burns that you have on yourself. So here, again, this is where I as much as I do want to use like free-to-play heroes, for some of these bosses near the end, this gets a little bit tricky. I'll try not to do an overkill. And then for the other ones, we'll probably use like less broken heroes. Like the optimal lineup will probably be like you put in Muron as well, and then you put in something like a Beatrix, right? Like, but let's just use some all resonance hero here. We got some direct damage there. Let's just do that. We got our speed up now. Okay, that should do it. And we're easily probably going to be able to get that. You do want to be able to cleanse off. One thing to, if you're free to play and you're going through this, like you got to make sure you bring a cleanse. Like bringing a cleanse is going to be really important to get rid of all those burn. And just go for resonance damage. That's all to the mechanic. This is, like I said, probably the easiest rotation. There you go, 800 damage. Not exactly the best line of teams, but like this is way mechanically less intensive. It's maybe more of a stat check, more so than anything else. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you like what I do, please like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Gandalf out.